Know your land, know your prey.
Walk faster.
Gone in here.
Horses.
They're there. Stuff's as thick as the hair on a dog.
It's been a scorching summer in central British Columbia, and the forests are tinderboxes ready to explode. Into these parched mountains comes Mantracker, the Alberta cowboy with nerves of steel, forensic know-how, and a fierce determination to get his man. He is legendary. Travis Hammer has been watching this icon of the Old West with his own dream.
When I first saw Mantracker, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. As an overall, yes, experience. Yes, I want to be in the middle of the woods. Yes, I want someone to chase me. Yes, that looks like fun.
Travis convinced fellow actor Dylan Kennan to partner with him on his quest.
I'm Travis, this is Dylan. We're in Hollywood. Hollywood.
The most recent thing that I've done was the new Terminator Salvation movie. I did Prison Break, Cold Case 24, where I played Victor. I tried to blow up San Francisco with a nuclear missile.
We are coming up from America to kick your ass.
They're tough on TV, but are they up for the real-life challenge?
I'm fit, so I got that going for me. I have a fair amount of stamina, which is not to say I'm a long-distance runner by any means, but I do like to just keep going. When there's work to be done, I tend to be the one that's still doing it.
I'm pretty darn resourceful, which is really tough because I keep on thinking of, well, what about this? What about this? We could do this. We could go here and then backtrack. Or what if we did this to delay the Mantracker? But then at the same time, I know that nothing's going to stop him.
He likes to make plans. He's got really good ideas.
Yeah, horse feet. That's thinking man's anti-tracking.
But when it comes to actually doing the work, I will step in and take over.
Mantracker will have just 36 hours to capture his prey through some of central BC's gnarliest terrain. With no map, no compass, just gut instinct, and his sidekick, Martin Dillabow.
My dad had a guiding territory here in this area, so I was raised here. Whoa. When I was younger, I helped train horses. I helped cut trail. I wrangled the horses, and then I eventually wound up guiding. This is Duke.
Duke.
One thing about Duke, he won't hesitate. When you put him into an area, he'll go.
What Martin brings to the table, I think, is fairly huge. He knows the country, he knows horses. All those kind of things helps me a bunch because if I'm in a wreck, I know he's going to pull my ass out. These guys, they're both actors from LA. They might be a little bit out of their element here. They're probably used to having craft services, you know, down the hall. And in this kind of case here, they're not going to be acting like they're out there in the bush running. They're actually going to be out there being hunted down by me and Martin.
As far as I can tell, since we're here, look, the finish line is due northeast of us.
Armed with their map and compass, Dylan and Travis are ready to go, with some last-minute adjustments to their plan.
We decided the weight's just not worth pulling around the whole stretch for a slight chance that we might get to use them in one ideal situation, so. I just came to Canada and littered.
But there's more in their bag of tricks.
Well, it's a little diversion tactic. He's a tracker, so the best thing to do is probably not leave any tracks. I got a bunch of duct tape, got some painter's booties, and we put them together as a makeshift shoe cover that would leave much less of an imprint. Are you ready for this? Here's your idea.
2 kilometers away, the trackers assess the terrain.
They're not going to have a lot of options here, are they, for directions?
I wonder if anybody told the prey not to drink the water.
Giardia?
Yeah.
Usually a flare would signal the start of the chase. But due to the local fire hazard, Mantracker will have to determine the prey's starting location from a single gunshot.
I guess we don't have to be looking. she goes. Let's go get him.
This chase heads into the Caribou Range just east of Quesnel, British Columbia. The prey will cover over 34 kilometers of mountain, forest, and valley while trying to reach a destination known only to them, a solitary sign outside the town of Wells.
Keep our pace.
We were really kind of grasping at straws right from the start because there's no visual cue, it's all audio. And you get the sound and you get a direction, but you really don't get a distance, and it was tough. This whole valley kind of circles around over towards Elk Mountain and Groundhog Lake. They're gonna run up either against the creek or else they're gonna run up against the side of the mountain.
So this is that sharp turn in the trail. Right here. Find that hardback. The less tracks, the better.
Anything? Nothing. Well, I got nothing that way. God. Pissing me off a little. Can't even find the frickin' start.
I'm stepping where you step, so...
Step like, I know, just step on a rock.
Dylan and Travis opt for stealth over speed.
Pretty tough tracking in this country.
It's all rock. It was almost like trying to track on concrete. You can't see tracks. We couldn't even see our own horses' tracks. It's just hard pack.
He's not gonna not take this trail. I mean, it's the only trail around, so we can expect him any second now.
I think you can walk faster.
I think you can walk quieter.
Mantracker follows the main trail, scouring the ground below him.
It has to be right around here, doesn't it?
But so far, there's no sign of his prey.
Let's take a look here. We got big, flat, shiny spots up there in the sun. They're really, really hard to see.
The shine is created by packing the really fine granules of sand down. A moccasin walking down a gravel road really gives good shine, where a sneaker just packs down certain little areas.
There's a few rocks moved out of the middle of the trail. That wouldn't normally come out of there.
We were very fortunate that the sun was shining and it was still low early in the morning.
Well, I guess we'll grab at a straw here and follow the trail, see what happens.
We didn't know if it was our prey, but that's the only thing we had to go on, so we went with it.
The trail is proving a challenge for the prey. Each puddle creates a classic track trap. And Travis is reluctant to get his shoes wet.
We're not walking on that.
We're not?
No, we're not. Let's go to the left. I don't want my shoes to get wet. I hate running in wet shoes. I just got my shoes. I like my shoes. You cannot walk on that.
You don't have to yell. I'm right here.
If they get wet, they're just gonna sort of slosh around. I hate getting blisters. Soft, soft thoughts. Don't step on any of my hands, just for good measure.
No, that wasn't the prey. No. Oh, we got some shit here. Kind of a soft area. It's almost the shape of a boot, but it's huge. There's no toe kick, which is surprising.
There's 60,000 different ways to mess with my head out there, and everybody's trying something different, so we weren't sure what these guys had done, but whatever it was, it worked pretty good.
Yeah, it's like they've got, I don't know, something on their foot. Some kind of a hunk of foam or something like that that's letting their foot imprint come through a little bit, but it's making it really big. No, they won't go too far with that on there. It'll get heavy and awkward.
It's pretty early in the chase at this point. We're just trying to keep it slow and steady.
I think you can walk faster, like you got someplace to be in 36 hours.
The persistent puddles are foiling the prey's no-track strategy, something they haven't noticed.
You want to go all the way around? Don't make this the first spot where we leave a track, right?
We got a pretty good little track trap right here. These plants, their leaves are flat. There's somebody stepped right there, because this thing here is pointed straight up. They've just skirted around this.
On this trail, there was several places we came to that were perfect track traps. They had to either go through it and leave tracks, or they had to go around it and really mess up the vegetation.
You can tell how tough this country is. Every other animal in this part of the country is using this trail. Prey are going to be using it too.
This looks like a track. Is that you?
I can't see from where I am, so it doesn't exist.
Okay, well, I can see from where I am, and it's you. The jig is up, buddy. The duct tape has outlived its usefulness. It's on, dude. There's tracks.
Starting to get some tracks here again.
Yep.
Looks like they've stopped here. See, I don't know what this prey are doing here, but whatever they've had on their feet, they could be taking it off now, or it could be wearing off. What's different, though, is we're starting to get some design in it. We're getting ridges. It's enough to keep going, that's for sure.
That is southeast. So I think that's Elk Mountain ahead of us.
All right, well, I don't know that this is the spot to get off and start charging Elk Mountain.
Wait till he's right there.